Okay, hello. Right. Already tried recording this once, but then I realised I was talking about the news the last week. So, right, let's get into it. We're going to be going over the news, forecast for next week, and also some trades from last week. Switching, I haven't switched up the strategy. Strategy is still the exact same, but I'm mainly only using my entry time frame is only the 5 minute. 2R, and I've been working on something a bit different when it comes to Asia session, which seems to be working. But I'll go over that. So let's go over the news that we've got. We have GBP news at 6 p.m. on Monday, which will not affect our trading at all. We've got the reason this won't affect our trading is because it's out of our trading time. Tuesday we have GBP news. Yeah, we want to be careful of this, and we also want to be careful of this on Tuesday. So let's see how that forms. We've got AUD news that could affect us on Wednesday on AUD USD. Thursday, okay, CPI all day, 130. Yeah, we've got some news on Thursday. Unemployment claims. And then we've got orange news on Friday, but nothing I'd really worry about. Oh, no, wait, we do have one USD news on Friday, 130. Yeah, so like we are, just cautious around these red flags here, because we know that they can spike the market. But all in all, yeah, no, this is a good trading week. So now let's get on to the charts. Have a little look at last week's PA. Okay, let's start from Monday. This is Tuesday. Here we are. So the whole premise of my trading is obviously structure. And internal to external liquidity. Here on Monday, what am I seeing? I have two kind of entry types. Is when I'm trading with 15-minute order flow, or another when I'm trading when a major liquidity point has been taken out, and then I wait for an M5 switch like that. This one, for example, is alongside the M15. I wouldn't class that as a break. I class this as the structure break. This is classed as Pro M15, but this is actually counter medium time frame. So we have our here like this. And what was I seeing going into London session? Well, what I'm seeing here, very simple. I'm seeing numerous sweeps and breaks. Numerous sweep there and break. Here. And then another one here. And then entry literally just on that zone, 1 pip above. Tapped and then went down 2R. Very simple. This is to flip that sweep. So I'm only trading this after we get this break here, because I was seeing on the higher time frame, although we wasn't we're not really trading from any specific POI here, we are indeed trading from this whole range here. We tap into it, and all I'm doing is this trade is now pro trend and then pro order flow, but it's obviously counter medium time frame. I was seeing that potentially we could get a reaction from this point to take out this low, but I'm not really interested in whether it does take out the low or whether it doesn't take out the low, because at the end of the day I'm not targeting that. I'm literally just targeting my 2R trade, and if I can see that potentially price still has room to move to the downside, then that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to trade. So let's cancel out of that and then move on to the next one, which is here, which was a buy position. Right, so what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing that we still have the previous weekly high intact here. We have no liquidity before this, so I know this could get run. I know there's a liquidity point resting here. Although I was being very careful of this 4-hour zone, and we could potentially trade 15-minute order flow in this zone, or a M5 if we take out Asia high or previous day high. I am still looking for buys, to be honest, because we still have that intent to move upwards. Look, we still have this zone here. I would have preferred this to come down into here. This wasn't that high probability, but the way it formed I liked. So what my thoughts are here is that we have this liquidity point to target, and we also have Asia high still to target. Equal highs here, although this did take out this wick. What I'm seeing is this entry is another entry type of mine, where it's very simple. All you do is wait for Asia low to be taken out, and then a M5 break in market structure. Not this. This is too. This is more like an M1 break in structure. This is too aggressive for me. But you see how we take out the liquidity. We have a little consolidation beforehand, and then we break market structure to the upside. So my entry limit was set on the 50% to move up to take Asia low, and this was also. Oh yeah, so this is why it also added confluence as well. It was because this was the previous day high as well. So now we have liquidity points here, we have liquidity point here, and we also have a liquidity point all the way up there. But I'm looking to get in and get out before that liquidity point is even taken. So you can see how, you know, although market structure is a big thing and it does matter, but liquidity matters more, because I know that this is a magnet for price. I know that this and this is a magnet for price, and if we're showing a clear change in order flow, then I'm going to be longing to that liquidity. So this was second entry. Let's move on to the next. There's key aspects that you need when trading, and one of the most important aspects is your liquidity points. Monitor price around key raids. So, for example, previous weekly highs, previous weekly lows, previous daily highs, lows, Asia high, Asia low, Monday low, high, and right. So let's move on to the next trade. So we didn't have a tap in here, but we managed to catch a short a bit later in the day. Because this, I am seeing that now we have taken out previous weekly high, and look at this room to the downside. We have a lot of room to move to the downside, and we are also reacting off of an external 4-hour POI. I see this wick here as a 4-hour external POI. So this could be, what I'm thinking is the catalyst. This supply is going to be the catalyst for a move down into the demand. Only thing I was a bit cautious of is price likes to use previous weekly highs, previous weekly lows, previous daily highs and lows as support and resistance. Now we don't trade support and resistance, but it's there. It's still a thing in the market, and we can use that to our advantage or disadvantage sometimes. But you can see here, this is the only thing I was a bit cautious about taking this trade. But all the other confluence is stacked together, which is why I liked this. And very simple, really simple. We have our consolidation where we are manipulating price here. We have our manipulation here where we take out all this liquidity, all the early sellers, and then I move to the downside. My entry was just on 50% of this, 50% of this whole move, like that, and then a 2-hour trade. Nice. This also did provide a confirmation entry, so if you wasn't too confident on taking this, then you can basically, what I'd be looking for is an M5 within this zone here. If you're ever not confident in a zone like this, just wait for confirmation, and you can see here that we have a sweep and then M5 break in market structure. Now you could enter on this whole zone, or you could enter on the 50% for the move to the downside. We do have liquidity to target here. If you are looking to get in here, or you could get in here. Yeah, numerous ways to get in here, but the confirmation was provided. So that was my whole premise for this trade. Let's move to the next, shall we? Okay. Let me just have a look. Right. Now, there was something in here, but okay, no, I will talk about this. Okay, right. So, like I said before, you know, when I was telling you about previous weekly highs, previous weekly lows are key key areas of support resistance. Yeah. You see here, like where is the liquidity? It's the same again. This is the previous daily high. Top right. And where's Asia high as well? Asia high here. Now here I was there is a potential short here, because what I am seeing here is we get a break here. So our structure is from here to here, this being the week low now. So what are we waiting for is pretty much just an order flow realignment, which we get here. We get a sweep here, we get a break to the downside, and then we have this and then another break to the downside here. So technically, when we get that break, this low is weak, this low is weak, and then we have, look, this is a perfect M5 POI. We get the sweep of liquidity there, bang bang, entry at the 50%. And then that spike to the downside. But the only problem with this is that I don't really like trading before 8 AM, purely because London manipulation. You can see here we have you would have been able to get a 2R on that, but there we go. So this would have been classed as a M5 break-in structure, which you could have probably entered here off of to get the long. But then you see that we have London manipulation here to the upside. After that, I really wasn't too convinced. We get the wick here. We've now taken out Asia high and Asia low. This low is still weak. You know, I didn't really like this at all. Now we move on to EURUSD on Thursday. Very nice. Previous daily high here, Asia high here. What are we waiting for? An M5 break. We get the M5 break here. Look at this, a nice flip here. So I am basically, if you go on the lower time frame, you can see that this is actually the last move that took liquidity here. Bang, like that. So my entry was, after we broke here, my entry was set here. So waiting for a tap. This is the last move that swept liquidity, so we're basically just put it on the whole move, but we didn't get the entry, and then we started breaking to the downside. Nothing here, nothing, and we just fell off here. This, really like this trade, really nice. Right, one thing I want to, if anyone's watching and actually paying attention, I'd like you to basically monitor M5 breaks in structure and clean breaks in structure, not just a tiny M1 breaking structure, like something like you know, like something down there. You want to see a proper M5 break in structure after Asia high or Asia low gets taken. Yeah, the first one, and this is basically what the premise of my trading here is, that we have now our bullish demand, and I'm waiting for a setup within here. So I'm waiting for an M5. What do we get? Very simple trade. We get a bit of a consolidation before, we get the manipulation, and then we get the distribution. Where's my entry? At 50% of the zone. Bang. We're reacting from an external POI, an internal 4-hour POI. This is now pro trend because we are, although I'm not like this, not gonna hold. We're gonna move up down like this, and we're gonna keep breaking down. This is just a pause in price before we move down into next week, but it doesn't matter because we can still pull a 2R off of it. Yeah, so this same again. We've taken out Asia low, and then look, the first M5 break after we get all of this price action to the downside, and we're hitting this POI here, just 50%. You could like I said, if you're not confident on a zone, just wait for an M5 within your M5 zone. Look, bang, sweep, break, bang, long position here, on the move that swept liquidity. Obviously this one didn't make it as of yet, but there you go, there's your confirmation still. It's nice. Very good, very nice. So that is EU for last week, and I now want to discuss nice trades on GU last week. Right, GU we're going to go over pretty quick, pretty fast. Monday, very nice trade on Monday. We have this whole H1 demand here, like this, bang. What am I seeing here? We have our liquidity point at the previous weekly high still intact. We have equal highs to target. We have Asia high to target here. I am basically now seeing that, look, equal lows taken. Look at the amount of liquidity to the downside we've taken. Bang, bang. This is a magnet for price up here. It's a magnet. Look, we've left equal highs to the upside here. What are we seeing here? We see this whole move, M5 sweep here. Where's my entry? At 50% after we've taken out Asia low, this low, this low, this low, and then broke to the upside. The reason I didn't take my entry off when we then proceeded to go to the upside was because this could just be used as inducement for the move up. There also was a M1 confirmation entry in here, but you can go and look at that yourselves. Very nice trade, this very easy, very nice trade. We're in higher time frame demand, cause for higher prices here. Although we don't use support and resistance, we can appreciate that it is still there, that we are flipping here. If I go to the left, I'm sure this is a highly reactive zone. Exactly. Look. It just adds confidence, really. Right, nothing else there, nothing else until Thursday, and we get some clean price action. So let me have a look. Right, so here I'm literally just going to run over this quickly because it's literally the same shit day in, day out. We had some FOMC news to the left. What do we see? I don't trade until 8 AM, but we see previous daily high here, Asia high here. What do we get here? 610 here. We get a sweep of previous daily high and Asia high. What do we get? Oh, we get the break to the downside. Oh, look, everyone's going to be selling. This is early sellers. Then what happens? London volume comes in, manipulates all of these early sellers thinking that this breaker structure is real. Bang. It's not real. It's a fake break-in structure, wiping out the early sellers and the early buyers. So if this happens, you get an early break of structure to the upside and then to the downside. It's a strong breaking structure. This is the strongest breaking structure that you could probably ask for. sweeps of liquidity and early buyers and sellers being taken out. So literally all I've seen is this sweep. We have this whole zone here. My entry was at 50% here. Also another entry. Couldn't let this pass. We get the 50% and look, we get an M5 here. Bang, bang. We break here. So your entry would have been here. Well, my entry was there. So you have 50% here, and then a confirmation entry. This was just fucking perfect. This also was just lovely. You know, we're in this H1 demand here, from here to here to here. So we are bullish, but given how overextended we are in this price action, minusing off all of this, given how overextended we are in this price action, and same with EU and same with DXY, I'm looking for all of this to be taken as liquidity. Monday low, previous daily low. Previous daily low is down here. Yes, this was the previous daily low of the Wednesday. So this was our liquidity point to target. Then we have, right, so let's go back down to the M5. So we are now also in a 4-hour external POI. So we have a catalyst for move down, look, and we just tapped into 50% of this. So now I'm looking to trade pro trend, pro order flow. Doesn't have to be pro medium time frame, pro trend, pro order flow. Let's go here. So when we get this move down to the downside, I'm not interested in selling this, like selling this back up from here to here to here. I'm not interested in that, because I know we can react from this demand and easily start pushing up again. When I did like it was when I saw the news come out. We see the news, we see it come up, come down, come up, and then we break structure here. Yeah. So what I'm seeing is now, I like to follow the 15-minute trend when it comes to this, because we haven't taken out. This isn't a previous daily high, previous daily low raid. This is M15 order flow trade, and what I'm seeing is we've pushed to the upside. We've then swept liquidity, and then we failed to take out this high and broke to the downside. So now we have a clear sweep of liquidity. We've failed to take out this high, so I'm viewing this high as now a strong high and this as a strong low. So I want to be trading M15 order flow from a 4H external POI down. Previous daily low here. Basically, I'm taking this zone from there to here. I'm taking this zone from here to here, and it was a bit big, but there was a nice 15-minute POI here, like this, here, and my entry was literally this, on this 15-minute POI to the downside. It took a while to come in, but again, a nice 2R trade on a Thursday for GU. That's pretty much all the trades that I've taken this week, and I don't think there was none on Friday. Nothing on Friday. But let's get into forecasting for next week. I know I go quite quickly through my analysis and I just kind of draw on the screen rather than annotate. It's because I can't really be fucked to put all the drawings on the chart and everything. But if it helps you guys, then of course I will start annotating a bit more before and put a bit more work into this. This is just more so an overview, and once you see my entries, then it's repeatable. You don't need a breakdown every single time, because you can see, oh, that's why he's done that, that's why he's done that, that's why he does that. Literally wait for liquidity points to be taken out, previous daily highs, lows, Asia highs, lows, just wait for them to be taken out, and then just wait for your market structure break. The more you look at the charts, the more you'll kind of like price action. It's not just textbook, it's this. You get a lot of intuition when it comes to trading, and the more you look at charts, the more it will just become kind of second nature, like driving a car. But anyway, right, forecast for next week. We have this Monday low from last week still intact. Let's get rid of this. You don't need to see majorly clean charts here, but look, on EU we are bullish at the end of the day. We've got this breaking structure from here to here. So we could potentially see a move all the way to the upside to take out February high. But saying that, we know that DXY, EU likes to follow DXY, and if we have a look at DXY, let's flip DXY. You can see that price is now bearish on DXY. We broke the low here, and now we're just coming up into premium of the bearish range now. We're reacting from this highly reactive zone here. We had a 4-hour supply here, which was the catalyst for this pullback here. But same again, look, you can see that we are still in bullish structure here, so we could see a move to the upside into that previous monthly high. But for now, at the moment, I am, the way this is formed, this whole leg, I'm really not convinced that we're just going to shoot up. I mean, we could, price could do anything. This is why we'd literally just react. I don't really give a fuck if it goes up or if it goes down like that, because at the end of the day, I'm just looking at where we are in price at a specific time. Has the liquidity been taken? Yes, no. Have we got cause to go in the other direction? Yes, no. And then I'll trade it. I just react from price. We could come down to this demand and get a really nice entry to the upside. You don't know, but at the end of the day, you have your intuition, and like this V-shaped reversal. We go on 12-hour and look, it's like giant spike. You go on the weekly, and I mean, look at the weekly candle, for Christ's sake. Look at the giant wick on it. The giant John Wick. Bang bang, like that. We've also got a giant John Wick here. Double-ended dildo candle, this one. Fucking hell. Yeah, so going forward in the week, I will be looking for buys at demand still. And potentially to follow, if we get a 1H structure, I'll follow it down as well. We can play both sides of the market, but we've got to be cautious of where we are. GU, I've been saying for weeks, not weeks, since this happened, whatever this is, that this is my target. This is my target. So basically, I'm, we can short from this, but I don't think this is. I mean, it's pro trend, so this is our trend from here to here. But like I said, liquidity and how it forms, I'm seeing this is a sweep, and this is the next liquidity point. Although structure is bearish, I'm mainly bullish. So we have this as our major higher time frame range from here to here to here. So I wouldn't mind playing buys up, but as you can see, we are now in the pullback stage of this trend here, from here to here, because now we have H1 structure bearish from here to here. This whole zone is now bearish, so potentially we can still short if there's liquidity to be taken underneath here. Yeah, or we wait for H1 to flip, or we get a nice M15 move to the upside. Very easy on GU. Very easy, what I'm looking for. AU, I've been saying for fucking ages as well that this is my target. And, I mean, look. This is a great break in structure. This is quality break. Taking out a level that's previously swept liquidity. Bang. Swept into daily supply. Giant wick here. I said this wick was going to hold. It has. Now we have this whole zone to trade short from. Nice and easy. Right. That's basically weekly outlook done. Yeah, trades done. Very repeatable. Take the stuff I'm saying and go practice it. Go back test it yourself because it fucking works. You know, you don't need this whole long forecast detailing every single move in the market. You just need to follow market structure, and then watch price at 8 a.m. Watch for the London Open. What liquidity's been taken out. Trade the opposite direction of key raids of previous daily highs, lows, Asia highs, lows, previous weekly highs, lows, Monday high lows. Just do that. Target 2R. You don't need big R's these days. I used to do that. I used to be one of these people who trades got 33R on a Monday, but it's just not sustainable. You know, it doesn't. You know, some people can do that, and it's fine for their mental side of trading. But for me personally, I prefer a higher win rate, lower RR. I can put more risk on. I'm more confident. You know, back in the day, I was trading 10R minimum. That's it, done. 10R minimum. But man, like, it works for some people, but for my mental, 2R is just perfect, really. Even 3R, I can target 3R, 2 or 3R, perfect. But anyway, right. Thanks for watching, and I'll post this in the Discord.